Beautiful.AI is basically a generative like AI presentation tool, and it allows you to create very intuitive presentations that are, for the most part, very customizable. And I do say that with a little bit of a caveat, which I'll get into. So at a high level, this is the web page that you'll open up when you come to Beautiful.AI. One of the differences here, as compared to ChatGPT or Bard, is this is a subscription-based service. They do offer a free trial. So you do have, I think it's about a 2-week free trial. But then going forward, it does require a paid subscription. That being said, I believe the individual plan starts at maybe $12, and then the team plan, which allows you for multiple collaborations, better for organizations and businesses, I think is around $40. So reasonably priced, but it could be a cost prohibitive resource if that's the case. So with that, when we wanted to think about how we wanted to present this today, I went to ChatGPT and put in a prompt that basically said, write me a presentation that outlines what Beautiful.AI is, the pros and the cons to using it, any of like the challenges that you may run into, the benefits of using it, and then specifically why it's important or how it can be helpful for nonprofit organizations. So I basically took that prompt, and when you log in, this is kind of what the back end of Beautiful.AI looks like. And so using that prompt, I actually went down here to this little button that says Designer Bot AI. And so this is beyond the design tool. I think this is really the sweet sauce of Beautiful.AI, that you're able to put in prompts similar to Bard, ChatGPT, and create presentations. And so it's as simple as you click here, and then I would have copy and pasted my presentation in here. And then what it essentially does is generate a presentation. And this is what it generated. And so, of course, as with any of these tools, you need to customize it and make it your own. But it takes the information that I gave it and it organizes it into a thoughtful and strategically put together presentation that you do have the ability to customize using your own theme. So actually, as you saw on this page right here, you're able to upload your own branding, which makes it a lot easier if you're going to be doing multiple presentations. So anywhere from logos and colors, you can upload fonts. And that way, anytime you do start a presentation, you can just use your theme, or you can use any of their pre-uploaded themes that they have as well. And that also goes for templates. So they offer, I don't know how many, a big variety of various templates based on what you're interested in using it for. So whether it be for marketing purposes, sales, a training, they have a variety of different templates that you can use. And again, you can go in and customize them. So for our purpose today, using our brand and theme, we've put together a presentation that kind of walks through everything that I just outlined in terms of benefits, disadvantages, and then just a few fun features of the tool. So for starters, on each slide, you have the ability to adjust the layout. And so this is anywhere between, I can move the picture to the left, I can move it back to the right. You can upload your own images, or you can use your stock images. You can also adjust. So scroll in, scroll out, auto adjust. And then similarly, you can add your logo, you can position it. And again, having all of this stuff preloaded into your themes makes it super easy just to click on the corner of the slide and simply add logo button, and it pops up. So in that sense, it's a very user-friendly and intuitive platform. So at a high level, it basically allows you to create intuitive presentations very quick and easily that look professionally designed, whether you are a beginner to putting together presentation decks or you've been doing it for 25 years. It just takes that time and energy spent, using PowerPoint, using Google Slides, whatever tools you may use, Prezi, and really just simplifies the process. As I went through, it offers a library of various templates that you can pull from, and its interface is super easy and user-friendly. Again, if you're not super good with various design softwares, you don't need to be, because it has the simplicity of literally dragging and dropping what you have on the slide, and you never have to worry about the formatting. So I know personally, I spend a lot of time in PowerPoint making sure that my icons are perfectly aligned, making sure that the text on each line matches one another, and Beautiful.AI will do that for you automatically. Similarly, you can go in and again, always adjust what your elements are, the size, the positioning. You can change them, whether it be, like I said, stock images, your own icons. It has full functionality to do that. It also allows you to just type in here as much as you like, as little as you like. If I wanted to add another line here, you could simply add another line here and say, this is really easy, and it pops up and it formats it perfectly. Another really awesome feature that I've enjoyed using, similar to when I showed you at the very beginning, that Design Bot AI, it has a little AI bot that will also help you rewrite the text. So if you have something in here that you want to change, or you are having a little bit of writer's block, whatever it may be, you can simply do rewrite text, and it will prompt you with new text. So you can see that with this rewrite, it changed how the slide looks. And that's because this title became longer. So it uses its various algorithms and design features to say this will look better actually if you have it positioned in 2 columns versus the straight across line. However, if you don't like that, you can use this tool down here, which says variations, and it allows you to pick from, a handful of different styles for the slide. You can also simply add elements by saying add a 4th one. And the thing that I also really like about it is that it will not let you put too much on a slide ever. So as you can see here, it gives you an error message that says we're unable to fit this in this layout. So either use less words or consider using a different layout. So it's really helpful in terms of making sure that your presentations are easily digestible and they're not super text heavy. So I touched on a lot of these, but at a very high level, it drastically reduces the time that you need to spend on actually designing it. Really, what you need to focus on is the content. The design piece is there. And it also, not only does it give you the designs, like as you can see here, they're they look very polished, very put together. You don't have to worry about the alignment. You don't have to worry about the sizing of things. Everything can be auto adjusted. And so it just makes putting these presentations together that much quicker and that much easier. As I mentioned, user-friendly. Anyone can use it. It also offers a collaboration feature. So you can add, as you would to say a PowerPoint, you can add comments to the slide that you and your team can collaborate on. You can assign owners to slides. So if you were going to use this for a presentation, you would be able to assign, I could assign this slide to CJ, and so he would know that he would be presenting on it. And then similarly, you can invite people to either view your presentations or invite people to join and become collaborators on them. And so that just makes it super easy to work on this with a team, and you don't have to be limited to, sending files back and forth to one another. So some of the disadvantages of using Beautiful.AI that we have run into, there is a bit of limited customization. So as I mentioned before, how you can move things around, like I can reorder this. I couldn't necessarily say, I want this to sit like down here. As you can see, it always is going to bump it back to where it fits best in the layout. Similarly, with some of the images, you can't really reposition them in terms of maybe you wanted this to serve as like an overlay to the orange circle in the background. You're kind of stuck in terms of size and size alone. So in that sense, you may run into, especially if you have really certain custom designs or ways that you like to present things, that could present a challenge at times. Similarly, it is a cloud-based software, so you need internet to use it. That said, it does have integrations with like PowerPoint, Slack, I believe Prezi as well too, but it also, in addition to those integrations, you can export the presentations as like a PowerPoint, a Google slide, so you can work on them offline. But again, those changes, anything that you make when you are not on the platform, on the cloud, will not be captured. As with any tool, there's always a learning curve. And that just takes time and practice. And then lastly, as I mentioned when we first started this, that there is a cost to the subscription. So that could be prohibitive for some users. Now into some of the fun stuff. So those were kind of, as we've probably seen many times, pretty basic slides in terms of what can be presented. And I know, CJ, we're running a little bit against time, so I want to give Terry a few minutes. So I'll go over this very, very quickly. But you can really do a lot of fun things. You can make word clouds, as you can see on this slide, you can randomize it, and it does it all automatically for you. And then similarly, they have features such as timelines. They have features such as Gantt charts, and it's super easy just to go in, you hit timeline, you switch your smart slide, and you can pick from hundreds of different slides that you want to put in here. And it's as simple as, I want to add another milestone, and it reorganizes everything in a very neat way that you can go in and change your text, use the rewrite, and make a timeline that's super digestible and makes sense. And so that is just two of the many, many features. And so just to conclude, it's a really powerful tool that makes presentations super easy to use, and just time efficient. And also, you're always going to be putting out a professional looking product. I know we've started using this on a regular basis for our pitch materials. And so far, it's been a really helpful tool. So definitely something that we would recommend exploring as you consider ways, to either put together presentation decks or pitches for donors, whether it be internal HR trainings for your employees. There's so many varieties, just as you would use a PowerPoint, but again, just makes the process so much simpler and much easier to use.